Happy Easter. What a difference a year makes, huh? I have to tell you, it's a wonderful thing seeing people here. Remember last year, I know how painful it was for me to tell people not to come, but how painful it was for us too. I know how much you missed it. But I'll tell you, for the priests, for us here, having Easter Masses without people, that was rough. I know God's work, Mass is God work, right? And I know that each and every one of them was effective because God doesn't miss. But for this weak little man, it's a lot easier to do this when I see you here. So it's a wonderful thing to have you here this year. Every year I start the homily the same way. This homily the same way. And we got some people from my former parish that probably even remember me saying it from back there. This is our day. Our day. This is the day that Jesus, our Jesus, who came to be with us, who came to teach us and to heal us, who came as one like us so that we could recognize him, who came so that we could recognize God. And this is the day that we get to see it the most clearly. It's not about, Jesus being raised from the dead is not about him proving something, huh? Although it does help us to believe, but it's not about God, I have to prove something. And I may have even implied it in prior years, talking about how, Plato wasn't resurrected, Siddhartha wasn't resurrected, and even Moses wasn't resurrected, but Jesus was. But it's not about God proving himself to me or to us. That doesn't even make sense. God is God, creator of the universe. He has nothing to prove. I am who I am, period. He says to us, know me, believe in me, regardless, or not. I don't change. God is God. I'm God, and I don't change. I am God, and there is a plan. I am God, and I love you so much that I'm revealing my plan to you. That's why we did all of those readings. God, I'm revealing my plan to you, and I'm on your side. I want you with me. That's why I'm telling you these things. I do care. And now you can see. Jesus says, now you can see that we can get through anything together. That's the point. We heard all these Bible readings tonight, and we listened as God speaks to us. We listened as he created. We listened as he brought them out of slavery. We listened as he protects and provides and offers fulfillment. And tonight, what we celebrate is the completeness of God's revelation. Tonight, it's kind of like a mobile or one of those toys that, you pull the string and suddenly everything comes together. And you say, all those pieces fall into place. And you say, wow, this is what that was all supposed to be. Now I get it. This is what it meant. I know what this is. We see all those pieces now in a different light, the light of Christ. We understand God's teaching better, now seen in the light of Christ. He shows us that, whatever obstacles we face, whatever hurdles, whatever any kind of difficulties in our lives, he shows us that I am bigger, period. Jesus is bigger than anything we face. Jesus is bigger than death. Man, now I see it. Now I see everything, even the stuff that you said to me. Jesus, we get to see that different. We understand even your teachings better, knowing that this is who you are, knowing that you're not just about being a teacher. I see this in a light of you and of you raised from the dead. When you said, but blessed are they who mourn. What? Those who mourn? He says, I'm bigger than that, and I'm here. Blessed are those who are persecuted. What? Yeah, I know you're being persecuted, but I'm bigger than that, and I'm here. And even when your heart feels divided into 1,000 different ways, and I'm not single-hearted, or even when you are poor in spirit, or even when you can't pray, I am bigger than that, and I am here with you. Wow, I am God, and nothing is going to make me move. It doesn't get better than that. I'm God. I'm bigger than any pandemic. I'm God. I'm bigger than any suffering, any disappointment, or any despair or doubt that we may have. Jesus is letting us know I'm bigger than that because I'm bigger than death. And if you experience this in life, I got it beat. I'm bigger than that. I'm bigger than death, and I'm with you. I came to be with you. I came to show you this. I came to have you with me. And, by the way, he says to us, you know what? So are you. You are bigger than death. Why do you think God reveals his plan to us? Why do you think he's doing it? We wouldn't need it if my only purpose in life was to make more money or order more people around or make this happen or that. Jesus says, everything I told you is about rising above that. Because you can. I'm not going to tell you to stand to be the peacemaker. I'm not going to tell you to stand for the persecutions. But I know that you can. And if you're with me, I am always bigger than that. Jesus died and rose as a human so that we can see. We can see it now. You tell me that I'm bigger, but now I see it. Because you didn't just come and say, watch me be God, and I'll be big. Watch me be man, and watch me be raised from the dead. Man, how to get your head around that one? He says to us, now I'm doing this because I want you to see with the light of Christ. I want you to see that you were loved this much, that you are loved this much, that each one has been loved from the beginning of the plan, from that creation point. You were loved. And that means that you were loved before you were born. That means that all are loved before they're born. I'll say it again. All are loved before they're born. With the light of Christ, you will see it more clearly at Easter. With the light of Christ, we get to see it at each and every Mass. With the light of Christ, we get to experience it in confession while he's working on us. We see it in the incredible events of our lives, and once you get to know me, once you get to know the sound of my voice, you will get to see it and see my light shining through to you at those darkest periods of your life. That's why I came. That's why I did this. Because Jesus is showing us I'm bigger than that. And I'm on your side. I'll be there with this light when you need it the most. Come to me. Come to me when you're in grief. Come to me when you're in pain. Come to me in the suffering. Come to me in your doubt. Come to me. Because not only I will be your light, I am your light. That's why I say this is our day. Because there is a plan. And God, you revealed it to us. You revealed it to us through Jesus. There is the whole thing was planned out from the beginning. That's why we have all those readings. God didn't just wake up one day and say, you know what, I think I'm going to create a universe. And then wake up another day and say, maybe I'll bring these people out of slavery. And another day, I'll create clean hearts in them. There was a complete plan, and always was. And we see his plan because we have the light of Christ. He is the fulfillment of the plan, and he is with us, and we know him. That makes this our day. We know there is a plan. We know that there is hope. And most of all, we know that we are loved. Loved by a God who is bigger. What a wonderful thing. Loved by a God who is bigger. He said, how sad, I think, for those people who don't know him. He gave himself to us. But there are some people who refuse to believe, or some people who don't know him. And we pray this day, we pray in thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, God, for you shining onto us and into us. And we truly pray that we can reflect the true light, your light, to others. You know, especially right now, this world is facing not only a pandemic of the flu, but a pandemic of anger and indignation, and people can't wait to get in our face for one thing or another. This world needs him now more than ever, and we know him. That means this world needs us more than ever, and it needs us to be the people that we are called to be more than ever. Be the light. We know him. We know he's with us, and we know the plan, and the plan is for us to be with him forever. Be the light. Happy Easter.